I mean, you want to talk about a creative idea. Corned beef hash mixed with a Reuben and a HASHelback potato? Come on. This is so good. You guys don't even know. And yeah, there's sauerkraut too. Let's get into it. Hey y'all. How you doing? Welcome back to Nick in the Kitchen. Today's episode is pretty special because it's St. Patrick's Day, which is unironically one of my favorite holidays. I love the food associated with it. I love the way that people party. And I'm actually Irish in my heritage, and a lot of recipes that I grew up eating, I didn't realize until later were influenced by that Irish culture. So today I'm gonna have some fun, and I'm gonna combine two different classics into one dish using none other than potatoes, because we're making corned beef HASHelback potatoes. Let's get into it. All right, so because potatoes oxidize really quickly, which just means they're gonna turn brown when they are exposed to air, we wanna make sure and do this step last of cutting the potatoes. So I'm gonna move that to the side. And what we're gonna make is our butter that we're gonna pour over the potatoes before we bake them. Believe me, these things are packed full of flavor. So I have about 3 tablespoons of butter here, and I'm just gonna grate in some garlic, 2 garlic cloves. Okay, the next thing we're gonna add to our garlic butter now is a little bit of seasonal. This is homemade seasoned salt that I make because I like to control the blend. You can grab this recipe on Pinterest or Instagram, even here on YouTube in my shorts. And then the secret that we're gonna use is caraway seeds. This is gonna give you that rye bread flavor. Okay, let's see how this smells. Oh, that smells so good. It's gonna taste so great. It gives you that rye bread smell, and then you have all the flavors from that seasonal. We're gonna move that to the side now that it's all mixed together, and we're gonna go with our potato. So there's a couple ways to do this. If you're comfortable, you can cut straight down on your potato. If you're not, you can put 2 buffers on the side, like 2 chopsticks or 2 knives. Let me show you what that looks like. You just want to hold on to your potato, and you want to cut down until your knife kind of touches that knife. All right, now that we have our potato cut, you can see all of the slices here. Right now it's a little hard, but as it bakes, it'll soften up and it'll be easy to stuff these. All right, we've cut through our potato. I'm gonna move these to the side. I'm gonna place our potato onto some aluminum foil. I'm gonna take our butter, give it a little mix. You can also use the spoon. You just wanna make sure you're getting all pieces. I like to even use the spoon instead of pouring it over to make sure I'm directing the butter exactly where I want it to go, which is in between these slices. Once I have it ladled all in, I like to take kind of one final little spoon and just pour it all over. And then we just go ahead and we wrap it up. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a tinfoil reuser. Like, I just had this on another baking sheet and I'm using it again. All right, so now that our potatoes are sliced and buttered, we're gonna throw them in the air fryer for 15 to 20 minutes at 360 degrees. You can do this in the oven, but I like the air fryer because I'm only doing 2 potatoes and it heats up faster. So that's what I'm gonna use. All right, so our potatoes are out of the air fryer and they're cool enough to handle. So we're gonna open this up and then we're gonna stuff them. And that is what makes these corned beef Reuben HASHelback potatoes. Let's get into that part. When I do this, I have some Swiss cheese here. I'm just gonna break these squares into half. And then I have pieces of corned beef and I have some caramelized onion. And I'm just gonna go through filling these up. The little trick is as you stuff your potato, it's gonna get a little tight, so you can, once you make it to the middle, you can kind of start working from the other end to make sure that you have enough of both ingredients on both sides. Now that our potato is stuffed, we're going to take it and put it back in the air fryer. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna finish cooking the potato all the way, but then also crisp up our corned beef and melt our cheese just the way that you get it in a corned beef hash. And the melted cheese is gonna be very reminiscent of a Reuben. Okay, so while my HASHelback potatoes are in the air fryer, we're gonna make a sauce, and it's basically Thousand Island dressing, but not chunky because I don't like that, and not sweet relish, but just a little bit of regular pickle juice and a touch of sugar. That way we can control the sweetness and we don't have to worry about our sauce being a little bit off balance. So let's go ahead and make that now. This Thousand Island recipe is pretty simple. Use mayo, a dash of hot sauce, a splash of pickle juice, a little bit of Worcestershire. You have some salt, you have onion and garlic powder, a little touch of sugar, and of course ketchup. Mix it together and you got it. All right, so our potato is ready. Are you guys ready to see it? I'm ready to show you. Okay, let's get it. Take a look at that. I'm gonna plate it up and show you how I like to eat it, and then I need you guys to like immediately run and make the same thing. Okay, so to get our potato plated up, we're gonna start off with a staple from my childhood, and that's sauerkraut. We're just gonna have it kind of at the bottom on the side because that really does make up a Reuben. This sauerkraut juice is spilling all over my cutting board. I'm kind of mad about it, but I'm also really excited, so. All right, so we just have a little sauerkraut. Then we're gonna take our potato and we're gonna put it right on top. Breaks apart a little, that's fine. Just stick the pieces back where they go. And then the last thing we wanna do is just drizzle on our Thousand Island. If you don't wanna drizzle it, it's fine. You can serve it on the side and dip it, but I'm gonna give it just a little drizzle. All right, and then the last thing I wanna do is give this a mix one more time, and then we'll just like drizzle over our Thousand Island. And this really is completing the whole, you know, we have corned beef hash, we have a Reuben. Oh, this is so good. I already know it. I haven't even tasted it, but I know it because I can smell it. All right, let's give this a taste. All right, so the moment of truth. Oh, the potatoes are so tender. And then in between all the bites, you're getting caramelized onions. My corned beef fell out over here, so I'm gonna bring that back. You have crispy corned beef on the top, but it's still tender inside, which is nice because you'll get both textures. So here's what you get. You have potato, you have cheese, that's all melty and gooey and browned and bubbly. So that's gonna give you even more umami flavor. Then you have a piece of corned beef that is crispy on the top, tender in the middle where it was on the potato. You have that dressing. Let me get a little bit of the sauerkraut on there to round it out. And remember that butter had garlic and caraway seeds to give you that rye flavor. Come on. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Make this if you love corned beef hash or Reubens, or you just want something new for St. Patrick's Day. I'm telling you, all my little Irish ancestors jumped into me when I made this one, okay? All right. I'm gonna go finish my potato. I'm gonna go finish my corned beef Reuben HASHelback potato, and you go ahead and grab this recipe and then let me know what you think about the idea down in the comments below. All right, see you later. Bye.